I'm Cham Chong, this is the first Friday of 2012, and before we get to the latest in video game news, let's get to this week's clip of the week.
So much room for him now. Well, this could lead to a chance because of the referee's sympathy with the situation.
Is that a lot of tackles go today? Whether he gets in trouble later on, I don't know, but...
G'day guys, welcome to this awesome Friday in video game news, and if you do go on to enjoy this video, please smack that like button real good and show it some love. Anyway, let's get to our first news story of the day, which is that finally some information regarding the next Xbox console has come out. Now, many people are dubbing this next Xbox console the 720 because it's easy to identify that way, and well, we just don't know what it's going to actually be called. What we do know is that Microsoft was recently granted a patent for a DVR which would allow gamers to record on a gaming console. This is most likely not for the Xbox 360 as it's a major hardware change to the console itself, and it wouldn't be a smart move to have many customers that have already purchased Xboxes before now left stranded. So it can only mean one thing, and that's that this DVR option is going to be in the next Xbox console. Basically, if you look at the 360 these days, you think, it's a gaming console, but it's also a huge media device. So in the next generation of the Xbox, we're going to have that option of playing our games while recording our TV shows so we don't miss out on the TV episode. Now, when we stop and think about this, you're probably wondering, if this can record TV shows, can it record gameplay? Yes it can. The way that the design is set out in this patent, the DVR is allowed to record your gameplay, so that's going to be an amazing feature on the next Xbox. Another thing to add to all this is that you may even be able to upload this gameplay to YouTube, because currently you have the YouTube player on there, so you may be able to get your gameplay up for everyone to see. In the end, I'm really excited to see what's going to happen with this huge Xbox change whenever it comes, whenever it happens, but for now we're just going to have to sit here with our current consoles and be sad, and yeah, you know where I'm transitioning to. Sad news! What the fuck? So this being the first sad news of 2012, I don't really want to upset anyone. Then again, I doubt that anyone is going to be upset with the following news unless you've bought shares in Sony, because the PlayStation Vita sales have dropped again in the third week in Japan sales. Overall, the sales were not what Sony had expected in Japan, and this could be a bad thing for the handheld when it's released worldwide. The reason I do say this is because Sony actually thought that it was going to do its best numbers in Japan, because Sony's hometown is Japan when it comes to games. So if Sony couldn't hit a home run in Japan, it would probably end up striking out in the rest of the world, and that's going to be a really big time issue, which sounds like the next segment. Big news! So, as awkward of a transition as that was, let's get right into the big news with our first story, being that Epic Games has announced that their iOS game Infinity Blade has made over $30 million. Currently, you can get Infinity Blade 1 and 2, which 2 just came out, on the Apple App Store for less than $10 a pop. It's actually a really awesome game, and if you've got an iPad, it's even better, but if you don't worry too much, because we get to our next report of the day, which is that Mass Effect 3, which is due out for release in March this year. Now you can get some pre-orders on the game at participating stores with some extra weapons and armor. Now, currently, I'm not too sure what stores have what, because internationally everything changes on DLC-based stuff, but I will do my best to find out because I'm really excited for Mass Effect 3. And finally, before we do get to the Gorilla Man question, please go check out my gameplay channel. I'll link it here or the description down below. It's for extra videos that I do, gameplay commentaries. If you're into that kind of stuff, yeah, go enjoy it. But now, Gorilla Man is here. Thanks, Gorilla Man. Okay, guys, Gorilla Man wants to know, what new feature would you like to see in your next gaming console? So get really creative with your answers and put them down below in the comment section. They can end up on Tuesday's show. But if you did enjoy today's show, please smack that like button. It'll be greatly appreciated, because I'm Cham Chong, my accent's Australian, and here are the answers to Gorilla Man's previous question.